In 2012, I bought the first X Pro one that came to Sweden, and with it was the 18mm f2. Now I'm sitting here 9 years later with the latest 18mm f1.4. Faster autofocus, weather resistant, super fast and quiet. So I decided I want to take the F18 out on the street, try it for street photography. I went down to Stureplan, it's the center in Stockholm. I really love street photography, just to walk around with my camera and see what happens. I was lucky this day because the sun was shining, and I thought I would find some nice pictures of architecture and the play of light and shadow. When you have an f1.4, you can choose. Do you want short depth of field, or do you want sharpness all the way? It's nice when you have the 18mm because you can isolate the foreground from the background, and still you can get close to the subject. After all these years, I have some demands on my equipment. Some things that just have to work for me. I want the lens to be fast. Some people say I'm crazy because I always strive for the fast aperture lenses, but I like to shoot wide open. Now I had tried the lens out on the street. I was thinking about my friend, Fredrik. You know, he's an art director. I've been working with him a couple of times. Fredrik had started with pottery a couple of years ago. I guess he wanted to work with his hands. I was amazed of the things that he did. I can see that he has a real sense for design and form and shapes. For me, it was wonderful to test the lens in darker conditions. And it turned out to be just perfect, just the way I wanted it to work. And I could get really close to some of the details he was working on. He had this small stamp that he put on his pottery. I realized that Fredrik tells his stories through his pottery and the beautiful things that he makes down in his workspace. I also realized that I tell my stories through my photography. What are your stories?